curious about how to buy a new house and sell your current one at the same time? How does it work? Is it complicated? Stay tuned because today I'm going to explain exactly how it works. Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather Hancock and I'm a realtor in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. If you're interested in all things real estate, please consider subscribing to my channel. I do upload new videos each week and you don't want to miss out. So you bought a home a few years ago and now you want to purchase a new home. Maybe you need something bigger, maybe you want a home with a pool, whatever the case is, you're thinking about selling your home to buy another one. You can definitely buy and sell at the same time. It does require a lot of planning, so here's some tips to make it go smoother. As a seller, you need to get in contact with the lender and see what your qualifications are. You need to find out if you qualify with selling your home or without selling your home. If you don't have to sell your home to buy another one, then that gives you a little more leeway. You don't have to put your home on the market before you go look at houses. You can go look, find a house you love, close on it, and then sell your other home. Pretty easy. Most of the time, people don't qualify to do that and they need the down payment from the sale of their home so they can make a nice down payment on the new home. So after talking with your lender, then you need to get your house ready to be put on the market. I have a link below to a previous video that gives you some tips about how to prepare your home. You need to get your home showroom ready. Start packing up the stuff you don't need each day and maybe put some things in storage and get your house on the market. So your house is on the market. If you go out and you find a house you love, you could put a contingent offer. A contingent offer means that you as a buyer are making an offer on the house and they understand that your home is listed, not under contract, just on the market. Most of the time, a seller is going to frown on this type of contingency because if for some reason your home doesn't sell within the given number of days, you could cancel that contract and now the seller is out of a buyer and you've taken their home off the market for X number of days. It's very difficult to go about it this way. So ideally, you wait for the person buying your house to do all of their inspections, then you can go and find your next house. Until that point, I highly recommend only looking at houses online, driving around, maybe narrow down exactly where you want to be. Most of the time, a seller will work with a buyer with a contingent offer, meaning your home is already under contract, not just listed. It's still kind of scary for a seller at this point because if your buyer decides to cancel it on your home, then you could cancel on their home. So making an offer after your home already has a contract on it is a lot more secure than just saying, hey, my home hasn't sold yet, but it's on the market. So this is where it can get critical because if you decide to price your home too high, your home is going to sit on the market. Meanwhile, these homes that you love are passing you by. So let's say your house is worth $285,000, but you want to list it at $300,000. Then you're in that $300,000 bracket. So buyers are out there looking at houses up to $300,000 and they're comparing your home to those homes. Odds are the other 300 houses are nicer than yours because yours is worth $285,000. A lot of people think, oh, my home is worth $285,000, but let's list it at $300,000. And worst case scenario, the buyer will offer $10,000 to $20,000 less. But this isn't always the case. If your house is worth $285,000, list it right, especially when you know you have to go buy another home or if you have a house in mind that you already love. Don't list it above asking price trying to get more money for it because your home is going to take longer to sell and it's going to cause you to miss out on other opportunities. List it correctly, or this may sound scary, but it is just listed under a little undervalue. So what happens is if you list it just a little under, it's going to create a lot more demand and attention to it. So this may put you in a position of multiple offers and buyers are outbidding each other. So you could potentially get more than what you were going to list it for originally. This is a good situation for the buyer-seller because now you have lots of options. Even if buyer A doesn't work out, then you have others that were interested. A good realtor is going to make sure that the buyer of your house knows that you're buying another house and that, hey, we're depending on you to close and we're also going to need a little extra time to close. Rather than needing a 30-day escrow, we may need a 50 to 60-day escrow so we can find a home. So this may be a good time to negotiate a lease back. You know you're buying another house and you know that it may be tough to align closings. If you're able to close on both homes at the same time, then you're going to need a few days to move out. So this would be a good time to negotiate a lease back so you have that permission from the buyer of your home to stay an extra day or two so you can get moved out. So you get that offer accepted. Now you can go out and you can put an offer on a home with a contingency on the sale of your home, which is now a lot more secure. Now you're going to go find a house you like. You make an offer, you let them know that you're selling your home and it's already under contract and it's going to close on this date. So let's say your current home is under contract and you can't find one you love to purchase, or you write offers and they're just not being accepted for whatever reason. You're probably panicking at this point. In this situation, you have to be prepared. You can't just cancel the contract on your home. You have to go out and look for a home. If it ends up taking you weeks to find a home you like, and now you're not able to close on the same day, you're gonna have to close a month later than your other house closes, this is where you need to be prepared. Put your belongings in storage, maybe stay at an extended stay hotel for a couple of weeks, or maybe you have a nice friend or family member that will let you stay with them until your new home closes. It isn't always ideal, and it may not even need to happen. Just make sure you're prepared for that. Always have a plan. So let's say you find the home you love, you make an offer on it, your offer is contingent, but the seller accepted. So both your house is under contract and the house you're going to buy is under contract. If you know there's a multiple offer situation on the house you like, and you know you don't have much time because your house is under contract, don't waste time trying to negotiate a good deal. At the end of the day, the house is going to sell for what it's worth. And the seller is doing you a huge favor by letting you make a contingent offer. So don't poke around. Make a good, strong offer, and if they accept the offer and the contingency, then you're all set. So let's talk about the title company. Try to make the closings of both homes at the same title company. That way, when your home closes, the money you make on the sale of your home stays there. You don't have to worry about transfers, it stays there. So when the house you're buying closes, you can just use the money from there because it's already in the same place. You'll want to try and make your two closings around the same date. So if your house, the house you're selling, closes on September 30th, don't make the house you're buying close on October 10th because that's going to leave you homeless for about 10 days or so. It can get stressful, but when everyone works together, it works out nicely. Worst case scenario here, your buyer cancels. With your buyer canceling, you have to cancel your purchase and now we have to start over. It's not easy when this happens, but luckily we have contingencies in place to protect you. So let's say this never happens. We all have our closing disclosures and we're ready to close. This is the best case scenario. Yes, it is stressful, but being prepared is the key. And once you get into that new home, these stresses will seem trivial. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment below. I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button. I put out new videos each week and you don't want to miss out. I'll see you next time.